A set of bills that would allow certain concealed carry permit holders to take their weapons into church, schools, even bars has passed a Senate committee. It's not the first time that lawmakers have dealt with such legislation. The question this time is this language the governor will sign. 24-Hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin live in Lansing tonight telling us about this latest attempt. Rick.
This legislation has been introduced some time, but that big shooting, that mass shooting at the church in Texas over the weekend, clearly on the minds of some both on the committee and doing testimony today. But this has been introduced before. At least very similar legislation has been introduced and passed by the House and the Senate and vetoed by the governor. So what's different this time? What is your assurance that the governor won't veto this?
Well, I have a good working relationship with the governor, and I intend on convincing him that this is good public policy.
Senate Majority Leader Arlen Meekhoff spoke to me just after his committee voted along party lines 3-2 to send a package of bills to the full Senate. But long before the governor has a chance to veto or sign, there are a lot of steps to go through. That vote came after overwhelmingly negative reaction by those testifying in the committee hearing. Still, Senator Meekhoff thinks the time is right in light of the action taken by armed citizens in Texas over the weekend.
This one, I think, it shows the fact that an armed citizen can defend themselves and others.
The bills would still have to be acted on by the full Senate, and that could come as early as this week. As for the House, the jury is still out. Some members I spoke to today were barely aware that such legislation exists. But at least in the Senate committee, it was all down party lines.
I think that our children, our teachers, our parents, daycare centers, preschools, schools should have an assurance of being safe, at least to the best of our ability. And adding more guns into schools, I think, is just the wrong approach.
Senator Jim Ananich, the Democratic leader from Flint, says it's not just about schools and churches either.
Another issue I think is very troubling is the fact that we're going to allow people in bars to carry guns. We see enough trouble in bars now with alcohol, and to now add guns to the equation, I just think it just flies in the face of reason.
Despite one of the arguments against the bills, which require 8 more hours of training to get the endorsement to carry in the currently prohibited areas, opponents say that's woefully short. The Senate Majority Leader says Michigan's concealed carry permit holders are well trained.
If we have some of the highest trained gun owners in the United States to be able to defend themselves and others, that's a good thing.
So, as I said, next step would be for the Senate to pass this bill or this set of bills. That could happen as early as tomorrow. As for the House, there's no timetable for them. But keep in mind, they go on a 2-week recess after Thursday. Then they're only back for 9 days, 9 session days for the rest of the year. It is well to keep in mind, too, that this bill doesn't die at the end of the year if it hasn't been dealt with. The session continues despite the holiday break, so they could take it up in January. But you should also keep in mind that next year is an election year. Live in Lansing, I'm Rick Albin, 24-Hour News 8.